Hello and welcome to the demo of Whispering Fog. So, you are on a rather happy getaway in this nice wooden cabin surrounded by nature. I actually don't really have any happy memories of like sleeping in nature or being alone and all that stuff because I was part of the Air Cadets. Survival was the thing, which meant I had to sleep on tree roots and my back hurt and it was bad. It was cold because it was in the middle of autumn. It was just overall sad. But yeah, I digress. I'm sorry. You didn't come here to hear about my experiences. But yes, on this getaway, you just so happen to encounter a rather devious fog. Why I say devious? Because, well, reality shifts. You can't really trust what you see, and you're kind of just stuck there. And so yeah, without further ado, grab a cup of coffee and let's get going with the demo of Whispering Fog. Alright. But yeah, I actually didn't really hate survival that much. But after many months at a new job, it's finally time for vacation. Oh. You decide to stay a week in your inherited cabin in the mountain forest. You've always preferred solitude anyway. So real for that. So real for that. I do actually prefer solitude, but maybe not completely isolated. Oh, that's a nice mood. Hello, cabin. That's a shack, bro. Bro. Also, the layout to this is the exact same as another one of those games. Which game was it? It was like something about like feeding the orb or something like that. It was one of those. I'm gonna close the trunk. Oh my god, your car is so rusted, dude. Come on. At that point, you have to like strip the car completely and just redo everything, right? Like, I don't think there's any saving that. Place the thing in the kitchen, right? This is the exact same layout as another game. Kind of. What the heck kind of? Place food in the kitchen cabinet. Oh. What the heck? What the? Okay. Start fire in the kitchen fireplace. Eh? Oh. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's a huge can. Place your belongings on the bedroom desk. Bedroom. That's not bad. This is a bedroom. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that is not a desk. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. There we go. Write a quick journal entry. It's on my desk. Well, you don't need.
Good evening to all the campers out there, wherever you're listening from. The air is crisp tonight in the valley, with a light breeze near the riverbeds. Whether you're a weekend camper, full-time wanderer, or just escaping the city for a few days, you picked a good time. The woods are quiet, the skies are clear, and the bears are hopefully still hibernating. Stay safe out there, and don't forget to keep the wildlife outside where it belongs.
Why does it look like my car has teeth? Look at that thing. It's like it's smiling at me. What the balls? I'll do the rest tomorrow. Go to bed. Okay. Sure. Next evening. You don't have to say that. You don't have to put that. You really don't have to put that. You really don't. Like that's kind of goofy. You can just do a fade to black and we'll understand because your character went to bed. So, yeah. Set up cell service using the laptop in the radio tower. If I keep walking straight after leaving the cabin, it should stay on the left. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Alright, come here. Chop. On the left. What do you mean on the left? That's right in front of me, though. Mais c'est pas à gauche. It's directly in front of me. Sure. Okay. Okay. Oh, so that's a greasy laptop. Right, okay. Turn on the water valve near the river. If I see a clear path on my left, I'll see a clear path on my left as I'm on my way back. Left, okay. Left. Left. Right? Left. I know my directions. So keeping up with the Air Cadet theme, every time the cadet doesn't know how to do drill properly, because obviously there's specific timings, there's also like a very you have to have like the proper foot, right, when you're doing things. So every time that cadet doesn't know that, know like which foot we do, they're just supposed to do like a specific drill movement on. We go, okay, hold out your hand and then make an L, make a 90-degree angle with your index finger and your thumb, and whichever forms an L, that's your left. Which might sound condescending, because to some degree, it is just fooling around with the younger cadets. But return to the cabin and retrieve the gasoline from the generator. The gas should be on my desk. Why is it at your desk? I don't think that's safe. I really don't think that's safe. But sure. Cabin outside. What the heck? Oh. What the heck kind of... What the heck? What the heck kind of leaves do that? Brother. So this should be springtime. Sure, time to write another journal entry. You really like your journals, my guy. Don't you want to do like a couple hikes or something, or... I don't know what you want to do.
Local authorities have issued a search advisory tonight for a camper last seen near the Pine Valley Trail.
Cool.
Search efforts are underway, but fog has slowed progress. If you're in the area and notice anything unusual, discarded gear, footprints, or signs of a fire, do not engage. Contact Ranger Station Echo 1 immediately.
But yeah, you'd be surprised at how many people still don't know their lefts from their rights. It's pretty common, actually. Something's wrong with the cell service. Check on the laptop again, the radio tower. It's been a day. Right, tech problems. Well, I'm not surprised, actually. Tech tends to die extremely fast. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Alright. Also, this is surprisingly close. This is surprisingly convenient attempt fix. This guy's a tech whiz. It didn't work. I should return to the cabin. That's so funny to me. A man tried typing a couple times. Ah, damn it. Alright. Guess I'll survive with no internet. Or a signal. Or anything like that. Just sulks back home like, I didn't need you anyways. Sorry. I didn't close the door. It feels cold. Tend to the fire. Okay. Maintain fire. Actually, I love maintaining the fire during survival. One of my friends, they have a fireplace in their backyard, and it was actually, like, I was in charge of tending to the fire because I was the one with the survival training, and God, I love it. I love the fireplace. I love a campfire. Okay, round one, date. Screw this. I need to find my keys to leave this place. I left them in one of the drawers. Huzzah. Alrighty then. There was kind of... My car! Ow! He socked me in the face. I love that. I don't know why it's funny to me. Hey, my car got towed. That's not all. Bam. But yeah, I love tending to the campfire. You get that nice smoky smell. I mean, sometimes the smoke does like burn your eyes, but other than that, I mean, I'm fine with it. Another additional thing with campfire is that it gives you that nice smoky flavor, you know. So then I'm marinated, not marinated, but I'm cooked like smoked salmon. But it's like that smoky flavor actually drives off bugs, so I don't need to put any like bug spray on, which is nice. So that was nice. I love tending to the campfires. Even I'm not a survival kid. I'm definitely not a survival cadet. More of an aviation cadet. But you know, if you're giving me look, no guy would resist the temptation to play with fire. I'm not an arsonist, but there's something so mesmerizing with the heat, the way the flames flicker. It's very very nice. But yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I turned this into a reminiscence stream video. But yeah, that was the demo to Whispering Fog. It was kind of hard for me to get a gauge on what to really expect from this because it was actually kind of short. For me, it has to build up a bit more in terms of an atmosphere. And again, this is a demo, so it's hard to really get a gauge on everything. But again, it's to me the pacing of the build up wasn't great. Yeah. I'm trying to think some more. I'm sorry. Look, it's 5 in the morning right now. I can't think when it's 5. I don't know why I continue playing games when it's 5. Probably because I'm busy in the morning. But so I think the lead up, the build up to the atmosphere could have been a bit better. Other than that, I mean, events will differ and your journey will be paced differently. So it is important to note that the creator explicitly said that it will be paced differently. So yeah. Events will differ. Because right now I do feel like it's too straightforward. Right? If it was a walking simulator, obviously, if it was a walking simulator, you'd need to expand the map. But if for this, the tasks are so simple, they're just like one mouse click away. It's like there's not much gameplay for me to really draw on. And in terms of atmosphere, again, the pacing will be different, but right now it's a bit choppy. Like it arrives too suddenly, and then that's kind of it. But it's kind of hard for me to get a general gauge of how it's going to be in terms of a demo. Hold up. I want like just to point certain stuff out. I will say that I didn't really play into the fog aspect all that much. I would have preferred if it played a bit more in the fog aspect. Just because, I mean, it's Silent Hill, right? Well, it's not Silent Hill, but like, I think Silent Hill really set like a certain expectation for what fog should be in horror. So right now, I think there's a pretty big discrepancy in terms of assets. There's a pretty big discrepancy in terms of assets. I mean, like, obviously, maybe in terms of graphics, alright, it's probably pre-used assets. But the font for the phone, yeah, I mean, the ceiling could definitely be better. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously it's a demo, right? So it will improve in terms of quality, but it's just that if I'm playing a demo and this is what I'm presented with, it's kind of hard for me to look forward to the full game. right? Especially because this is a short demo. Because if it's the thing with demos is that they're not supposed to fully represent the full quality of the game, right? But it should be, it'll still be good enough that it draws the player in, so then they look forward to the more polished version. But and I hope I'm not too harsh with this, but it's just kind of hard to justify looking forward to the full game right now, because there's not enough of a substantial chunk to really gauge on the overall atmosphere, the overall writing of the full game. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this game. I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, there can obviously be a lot of some basic UI improvements as well, right? This font, too bubbly, too bubbly. It's too playful. You don't want a font that's too playful in a horror game, right? You definitely don't want that. Yeah, and also phone font. Probably not the best phone font for this. There's something about it. There's just something about it. I'm trying to look at my own notes. And I'm trying to wonder why it doesn't work in this instance. Because there's probably not enough UI stuff to make it look like an actual list of things. And I know this might seem pretty picky, but like this, I have to stare at this, right? We as the player have to stare at this. It's our phone, or it's our to-do list, and it's also our flashlight at the same time. So this being one of the central elements, this has to look good, right? Yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm trying to think of anything else. But I think that should be about it for now. Yeah, I think that should be about it. But yeah, I hope I wasn't too harsh with my critiques and all that stuff. I do, of course, try and to be honest, but I'm also trying to be constructive as well. So obviously, I say like, I don't like this because of certain reasons. So yeah. But yeah, I definitely do think that this can use a bit of a graphical overhaul in terms of assets, just because there's a big discrepancy in terms of how one thing looks and then another thing looks. There should be a more uniform look in all of these things, and of course the fonts and all that stuff. But other than that, I think that we can wrap it up here for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when and where you are. And if you guys want to experience this demo for yourself, make sure to download the demo on Steam. And if this game did indeed pique your interest, make sure to wishlist the game, because I'm sure it helps out the devs a lot. And so yeah, I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when and where you are. Already said that, but I'll say it again. And see you guys next time. Bye. See you, and take care. Bye.